Am I live? Is anybody seeing me? I guess I can't go that way. I have to go this way. I don't know if anybody can see me. I'm trying to go live here. Hello? Hello? Can anybody tell me if they could hear me or see me or anything? Hello? Oh, great, great. Well, this didn't work out the way it should because I got to hold this iPhone. I mean, this iPad. So, how is everybody? Good, good, good. Please don't go too fast because hello from Florida. What part of Florida? What part of Florida? Anybody? Anybody? From California? I'm in New York, upstate New York. Orlando. I used to live in Okeechobee for like 2 years. I think I have a niece that lives in the Orlando area. From Arkansas. From Canada. So guys, thank you for joining me. Type away. I don't know what questions you'd like to ask, but I'd love to answer. Canada, Alberta, Canada. I've never been there. Been to Canada, not Alberta. Been to Montreal and Whistler. Salem, Mass. Not far from there. I'm not far from there. I go to the Berkshires a lot from New York. Those that know, know. Cheyenne, Wyoming. I have a sister-in-law from Cody. Guys, I want to thank you so much for spending Sunday night with me here while the Super Bowl's going on. Last time I checked, the score was completely even. Wow, I get a lot of Canadians here. Anything you guys want to like talk about? Anything you see? Did you see today on the internet about anything? I appreciate that. Nice alternative to football. Could you guys see each other's messages? I used to live in the DC metro area, right? Because I used to work in the Arlington County Jail. Thank you. I appreciate that. How you doing, Alonzo's? Alonzo's blog is here. Alonzo, I just want to tell you that I'm finding out more and more of your story, and kudos to you, man. I'm really glad you're getting some vindication. What made me start a YouTube channel? A long time ago, I wanted to do a talk show like Endformance, but every time I tried to do it, something kept happening. So I just wanted to do something on my own. And then I think, as everybody knows, I accidentally took a thumbnail from somebody, and Zero Dark Tony made me famous. Yes, everybody, Alonzo's blog is in the chat. Please say hello to him. Look at that. Alonzo's been trying, I guess, for a long time to make light of what's been going on. And now finally, after not giving up, finally, he's getting his chance to show people what he's been saying. He's got to feel pretty good about that. I apologize if this is like I have to hold the iPad up, and so sorry about that. Alonzo, there's some questions in the chat. Please feel free to answer them if you want to. It's up to you, but I want you to know that I'm not going to take any offense if you want to answer something. I'm not going to take any offense to that. It's up to you. Guys, have you heard anything today? Because I was sleeping for the last several hours. Thank you, Karina. I appreciate that. So yeah, there's 18 of you. I'm not doing too bad. I really don't know what to talk about. Happy to answer questions. Somebody asked me about my name. No. Whatever you want to do, Alonzo. It's up to you. I wouldn't take any offense. I appreciate it, but I don't have much to talk about. I was hoping I'd get some questions because I don't have all that much to say, to be honest with you. Have you ever gone live before, Alonzo? There's been a lot of us. I saw that. Didn't Chris get hit by something? You haven't gone live? Have you been watching my... No, I haven't. Is that part in Scientology, that person, Millie Brown? Mike, is it Mike Brown? Is that who you're talking about? Because I haven't jumped in on that yet. But is that who you were writing? Oh God, I don't know, Holly Jolly. I've been a writer for a long time, but I don't know that that's what I want to do anymore. Mike Brown. All right, that's what I thought. A very good thing. If people are starting to come clean, it makes you wonder if something's going to happen, and that's why they're doing it. Hi from Calgary. Bruce Bott. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for your support. For the last, few months, you guys have been really great. Thank you so much. Good evening. Cat and Mac, I've seen your name on my on the comments, so thank you for that. I would hope my greatest accomplishment hasn't occurred yet, but helping the kids at the rehab and going out, being fired for being a whistleblower, Thank you, I appreciate it, Alonzo. It is fucking great to be here. What's great is that everybody's starting to figure out who you are, and I didn't know. Screenplay writing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Cat and Mac. To be honest. For as long as you've known Karina, you've had a bad feeling about him when you were watching him on the show. Have you watched him on the show? Is Serge coming? He's got something going on. Bruce is the husband's name. I don't know what the partner's name is. Did you see him? That's one of them. Did you see the dark dog? Hi, Michelle. I wasn't sure who Bruce was married to. Did anybody see my dog? Yeah, he's an oldie. Both of my dogs are old. And this Milo. Milo, look. Does anybody see Milo? Milo. Gap Girl. Thank you. I do know that you don't always agree with me, but we argue well, and there's never any hard feelings. Yeah, that's Milo. My other one is Hero. Hero is 15 years old. Yeah, I say absolutely go with your gut. That's why we have those feelings. Thank you very much. Check out Mike Brown. His response to Mike Render was, I need to check that out. There's a lot of things are coming to a head. It's nice to see. So I used to write screenplays. Arguing well is the way better way to. Yes, we do disagree with respect. Thank you. Does anyone know how Aaron makes his money to be out of? Well, Aaron makes his money off of YouTube. A writer, 100%. That's all I ever wanted to be, was a writer. That's it. I used to write television scripts, but that being said, I only had a couple that had some attention. That's why I used to go to the UK. He makes a lot of money off of YouTube. Really? Screenplays? Alonzo, screenplays? Is that the kind of writing? Because I know you're writing from your blog now. Oh, that's excellent. I would love to talk to you about that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gap Girl. I appreciate it. No, all's good. Thank you for coming, Patty. Thank you guys so much. I expected maybe 10 of you. Yeah, Alonzo, I would love to do that. Yeah, I'm not too sure he's doing much in real estate. Midwest Love, hi. Um, I know that he used to always talk about real estate, as far as they used to be his sponsors in his on his YouTube, but I haven't heard him say much about real estate at all. I used to be a real estate agent for about 6 years. I absolutely hated it. Worst job of my life. Absolutely, absolutely hated it. I am not a salesperson. Great. Thank you very much, Kathleen. Thank you. I appreciate it. I never heard Aaron say that he would travel. Yes, you can make a lot of money on YouTube. You can make a lot of money on YouTube. Yes. Not everybody does, but yeah, I actually have looked into it. First of all, Aaron makes a lot of money off of super chats, and people that send him money to get answers to his questions. And I believe he gets 70% of that, and YouTube gets 30% of that. So from my understanding, just so you guys know, I have a real estate license too. Anybody can get one. It's a test. What do you want, buddy? AM. Tell me what AM is. The aftermath? Is that what we're talking about? Well, thank you very much, Layla. Is it? It's Layla, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think that Aaron considers YouTube a job, and he gets on here enough, and that's fine. So Gap Girl, just so you know, it's $15 from my understanding for every 1,000 views. So, I'm not great in math. I didn't even grow up in a cult, but I'm not great in math anyway. So yeah, $15 I think is an average for every 1,000 views. Layla, like the song, right? Yeah, cool. So Aaron makes really good money. And there's nothing wrong, with making money off YouTube. I don't make money off YouTube. When I get 1,000 subscribers, I will probably do an ad thing. I don't want to do something like I don't want to do like super chats and stuff like that. I don't want to do memberships and stuff like that either. I don't want. I just think that everything's so expensive anymore. I think that Aaron has done a lot of jobs. I think he's done a lot of jobs, and he definitely has said before that Mike was an employee of his, that he helped Mike. That's why I think Aaron is so hurt because he felt like he helped Mike. And, you know, it's hard because when somebody helps you and you feel like you've gone out of your way for somebody, I, I, I just feel like, thank you. I just can't, I just feel like you shouldn't put your friends in bad situations like that. And I feel like Aaron probably did that with Mike. But, you know, Mike isn't, he's got his hands dirty. So, why do I care about Scientology? I care about cults. I had an interest in cults. And then when I was watching the Aftermath Foundation, I was just appalled at the disconnection. And I started following people. But I'm interested in all types of cults and cultures throughout the world. And Scientology is definitely a culture. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Leah Remini will ultimately find out that Mike is a snake? Yeah, so this is still, you know, some people can't afford super chats, and why should you pay me to answer a question? If you really need a question that answers, if you really need me to answer a question, hit me up on an email. I will ultimately get to you. Why cults? It's not just cults that I have an interest in per se, it's cultures. So different parts of the world, how people live in the jail, that was a whole culture. Seeing how people figure things out within their culture and live, I just find that fascinating. Serge said, who's implicated? I bet Leah is shaking her head with some of the things. Yeah, I think Leah's going to ultimately distance herself. I just wish donations. Yeah, I think people that are supposed to do something with other people's monies need to do what they're supposed to do with other people's monies. It makes you wonder how many secrets they have on each other when they're sitting there talking about, um, on the e-meter when they're trying. Thank you so much, Judy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I expected maybe 10 people at the most. There's like 39 of you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm going to cry. You think I'm joking, but it's very nice of you. Thank you. So I definitely have to do something next time where I'm not holding this up. Yeah, I mean, like, but here's the other thing that makes me, I agree that Mike, yeah, that he needs it. Thank you, Alonzo. I so appreciate it. I don't speak any foreign languages. I speak English and slang sometimes. So probably won't want to run that. Yep. I'm gonna. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And one corgi, my best friend. The Pembroke. I knew that from that. One of my best friends I told you has corgis. Right. So I think what was I saying? That maybe Alonzo can answer this if he's still here. So I have two questions. One of them is when you are telling somebody your secrets like that, in when you're having the e-meter, and you're actually telling somebody your deepest, darkest secrets, that has to weigh on you when you leave. Like, but do they really? They don't share those tapes, right? Like, they just share the things that they did on the who is Mike Rinder's site, who is Aaron Smith Levin's site. Have they actually leaked any actual tapes of people talking? Because I know that they record everything. Hello, Kay. So I don't know if Alonzo's still there, but that's a question that I'd like to know. And another question I'd like to know is, how does somebody think that, I hear you, Layla. How does somebody think that when you're in Scientology, like, how do you think that you're actually making a difference in the world? Like, what is it that you're seeing that is showing you that your efforts are going? It is all recorded. My own sessions have been used against me by, oh, wow. Okay, so they definitely do use those recordings against you. That's horrible. What a fucking horrible thing. Margaret, thank you for not missing the live. Wow, guys, there's 50 of you. I'm so flattered. They would lose the ability to claim clerical privilege. Yeah, but they're taking those tapes in. People know that they have to prove that they're the ones that leaked it, I guess, right? So that's absolutely horrible. Yeah, I agree, Holly Jolly. Wow, that is something, isn't it? Wow. So, like, what you say in session is used against you if you turn against them. Wow, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. Wow. How long does it usually take before somebody feels confident enough? Hi, Nicole. Before somebody feels confident enough to really share their secrets? Unbelievable, Alonzo. That's all. Isn't it awful? Isn't that horrible? I think that didn't they do that with that other Nexium? They did the same thing. Kudos, right? Kudos to Alonzo. I like that you guys are saying hello to each other and everything. Either way, charisma is one thing, being qualified to write. Absolutely. I also heard also like. But if they're, I'm sorry, guys. This is why I don't like really watching live, is because I'm reading messages. How entertaining can that be? Can you? I'm sorry. Could you guys read the messages that you guys are sending me? I guess you can because you're responding to each other. So that's a stupid question. So yeah, I haven't even touched on the Jerry Armstrong interviews. Did your dad ultimately stay in one of the Colts, Cat and Mac? Is that the person that keeps saying I'm too old to talk? I mean, I'm too old to have a YouTube channel? I love the weak arguments. I was hoping that they would come on here. Seriously. I just wanted to know how old you had to be to have a YouTube channel. Because I've had it for a little while, so maybe I was young enough at the time, and I'm grandfathered in now. We're happy just seeing you read. Were you a little concerned? I'm not a grandmother, but thank you. Is there anything you'd like to ask me? I mean, I might have a little something on you. Maybe some wisdom. Maybe there's something you could teach me. You crack me up. You're never so old to do anything. Absolutely, you're never too old to do anything. How old am I? How old am I? I'm 60. I have said that. I have no problem with how old I am. It doesn't bother me. I'm giving him a little bit of credit. My religion, I'm Christian. I'm Hungarian. I, if we do come back around, I don't think we remember it. Yeah, so I'm not going to dox myself out, but somebody did ask me how I use the name that I do use. Want to know where? My ancestors come from Hungary and Romania. I think I'm going to use my phone next time because this is, you know, here you go for the older person. The arthritis in my hand is not helping this situation. Hi from Sweden. I've been to Sweden, to Stockholm, for only a couple days. Beautiful country. Have you heard of New Contract? Yeah, I have. I did. I haven't seen the contract, but I've heard about that contract. That they how does science, how does Christian, okay, so things are going a little fast. What's my channel about? I'm still trying to figure that out, to be honest with you. You know, here's one thing. I'm not gonna, I think anything is possible. I think people, I think, I believe that people have come back, and especially people that know things at a very early age that there's really no explanation to how they can know it. I don't think that there's anything that's really impossible per se. Yeah, I'm coming in with good questions. Did I miss a question by Alonzo? So just real quick, my family, I was born into a Jewish family, and at a very young age, I found Christianity on my own. About a lot of interesting current events. You guys need to check out my channel if those people don't know. I have original content. I even have skits. So, I mean, you could check it out. The thing is, if you guys, and it's not you guys, clearly. So, random memes, yeah, I'm not going to use the N word. And that's something that I will block. I definitely will block. So we have a few people that are here that just have nothing better to do. There's Super Bowl going on. I was in church today too. And I'm not even being funny about that. They are trolls, and that's fine. Jacksonville, Florida, I'm going to be there in April. I have a brother that lives in the Melbourne area. Hello, Joe. Hi, Caxapoc. I'm not good with some of these names. Everybody that's here, thank you so much, Michael. Everybody that's here for good reason to come in and join, welcome. Thank you so much. So I guess the reason why, to answer a question, I'm not a Super Bowl fan either, especially the two players. I mean the two teams. What part of Jacksonville? Especially the two teams that are playing, I have no real interest in them. Are they 10-0 now, San Francisco? I'm a Dolphin fan from way back, so I really don't care who wins this game, actually. I'm in some sort of pool at work, so I might win something. Orange Park! I'm familiar with Orange Park. Artsy Tartsy. I don't know the question. Tell me, Alonzo. I missed it. Green Cove Springs. Very familiar with Green Cove Springs. I really am. I could probably tell you that zip code. Highway 17, right? Do you continue to write? I haven't written in I haven't written in a while. I've I've been to several foreign countries. I would have to stop and count. I've already answered how old I am. I'm not in Florida. I'm in upstate New York. I'm from Florida, from Hollywood, Florida, Broward County. Port Orange, Florida. I know where that is. Yeah, I live in upstate New York. Alonzo, what question did I miss? I'm 60. I'm 60 years old. How do I interpret science? I interpret it as like a self-help. I'm a little confused about who they worship. Um, but a self-help for sure. In Broward County, Florida, you got into Scientology. Do you have grandchildren? No, I don't have any biological grandchildren. Um, hello, 808 Bear. Anyway, to answer your question, I guess the best way for me to answer your question, Alonzo, is that because I wasn't born into the religion that I found on my own, I definitely think that we have callings for things that we can't explain. And Christianity found me when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and it's always felt right within me. What ad is that? So I'm just reading your questions and trying to hold this. No, it's the best answer I got, but I hope it explains things. YouTube search. Did they have an ad on the Super Bowl today? Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm just having a hard time holding the iPad. Hi from Auckland. Well, what time is it there? Hi, Tone Boy. I'm not in Florida. I'm in upstate New York. Didn't they have an ad last year, Scotland? I absolutely love Scotland. My favorite country. So I'm a little jealous. Absolutely, Alonso. Absolutely. Shiny, happy people. I have seen it. Christianity found you as well? Yes. So, is there anything that you guys would like me to cover? Or? Yeah, I thought that they had an ad every year. I am Irish from Dublin. Very cool. I've not been to Ireland. I've been to Wales and Scotland and England, but I've not been to Ireland. Beautiful country, though, it seems. Who's Grams? This is, I have lived and traveled many, I don't know. There's stuff that keeps coming up and then disappearing. Feminism has made so many. Talk about something you are thinking. I think also. I agree. It's the first. Plot point in Act 1 of what? In Act 1 of what? I'm happy to send you scripts, Alonzo. I have scripts. I can't take out Mary's, even though I might not agree. Midwest love, we're not always supposed to agree on stuff. It's how we disagree. And I haven't spoken about Andrew Gold in a while, but I honestly have to say that I love his idea of not changing somebody's opinion 100%, but just one by one, just by making them just see something that they haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's important. Sid Field, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I had two of his books. I don't know that I have any of them now, but I've had two of his books. Do you use Final Draft in your writing, Alonzo? Because once somebody showed me that, you can't go back from Final Draft. Is it, so it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the morning? Kyle Brennan? Well, I think that Kyle Brennan, I my question, somebody said to me, actually, and I'm glad you brought this up. Somebody asked in a chat, what's the big deal if he killed himself? And they didn't mean it like it didn't matter about his life, but like what was the controversy? The controversy is that there were no handprints, there's no fingerprints on the weapon that supposedly ended his life. And if he did it on his own, how does he kill himself and then clean off the weapon that was used? And he had bullets in his pocket. There was nothing that showed his fingerprints. How does that happen? I'd be asking questions about facts. That's a fact. How does that happen? The thing that I will say in Andrew's defense, it won't be about Aaron, but his politics and everything like that, he truthfully was somebody that tried to be a journalist. And here's the thing, as somebody who's a writer, there was all these gatekeepers, and these gatekeepers didn't necessarily say that you're talented or not talented. A lot of times you couldn't get your work through because of whatever reason. So I think that Andrew is now living his dream on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I think that he can ask good questions, but I think he gets caught up in a lot of, not so much the politics as just the bullshit drama of it. Like, leave Harry alone, or talk of, why is it going on and on and on about Harry, so. So that's my thing with Andrew, is that sometimes I think if you don't have anything to say, maybe just don't do a video that day. I don't know. I like his Heretics channel. Yeah, I think that you can only, like, that's enough with the Harry and the Meghan thing. Andrew Gold, On the Edge with Andrew Gold, that's who we're talking about, Judy. I think a lot of us were introduced to him through Aaron. Exactly, Alonzo, exactly. That's the thing. Is Wow, it's already Monday afternoon in New Zealand. Wow. I like the guests he has on the Heretics channel too. Oh, you found Aaron through Andrew. It was reversed for me. No one on SP were allowed to talk to this, which is controlled. Absolutely. That's a cult in itself. I think Alonzo talks about that. To go from one cult to another cult per se. The gatekeepers are over altogether, you know, and that's a good thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the Meghan and the Harry. I just think that that's enough. That's just it's relentless about them. I think that if YouTube is going to support you, you have to kind of give people what you want. Thank you about the Jared Leto. Yeah, see, I'm interested in a lot of different things besides Scientology. I just can't stay on Scientology. It wouldn't be good for anybody. Yeah. What's up, guys? This is my other one. She's my old girl. Yeah. Did you guys see her? That's Hero. I know, babe. Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race? Nope, I don't. Archie has lost a lot of subs because he said Doug killed himself. Yeah, that was not the right thing to do. I don't even know why he spoke out of turn about Doug. First of all, if God forbid Doug did that, like, who the fuck wants to hear it? Pardon my language. But Doug has family. Like, that was a shitty thing to do. Alonzo, somebody asked you a question about Shelly and it disappeared. Guys, I gotta let these dogs out. They're not gonna stop, even though I let them out before the video. So can you guys give me a minute and look at my ceiling and I'll be right back? Is that all right? I can't take you with me. Look at that face. I have to let him out. Did you see that face? I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. If you guys have to leave, I understand. All right, guys, hang on a second. You guys are so spoiled. You know that, right? You're only getting away with it because you know that I cannot do anything. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Do something. Hello, what did I miss? Who keeps bringing Shelly McScavenge up? People want to know where she's at. I wonder if Toddie might establish a number for us to call into her live show to ask questions or discuss things. I don't know how to do that. If you could tell me how to do that, I could look into that. Because I saw somebody else do it. Yeah. I had only found Doug like right before. I'm reading messages here. Absolutely great channel, Alonzo's blog. Yeah, unfortunately, I found Doug right before or right after. What did somebody say about somebody with jackets or something? Somebody making fun of somebody? You know what I love the trolls that don't have legitimate pictures of themselves and just try to bully things. Try to bully situations. I would love to do debates with people like that too. Doug Kramer was an ex-Scientologist who spoke out about the mistreatment of Scientology and the people that were in it. I don't think that there's good things about Scientology, guys. You know, the self-help, before you get into the crazy wackadoodle shit, in my opinion, there's good things about Scientology. People have ruined that with control and shit. But I think that there was some good things when I was skimming through the Dianetics thing. It's just control got the best and greed got the best of people. And that's what I think happened there. Doug did tell it like it was. He definitely did. He had guts. Yes, most cults do have attractive things, obviously. Yep. Yeah, days, but it's still up. I don't know how to establish one. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, Holly, because it would be a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Alonzo. Dianex had some good self-help stuff. Absolutely, it did. That's why it sold millions. That's why it sold millions. I didn't see the picture of the corgi. I have not seen the magnitude of the backlash he is about to get. I totally agree. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Leah's going to stay on this ride? Hi, Scott. Do you think Leah's going to stay on this ride with him? Or do you think Leah's ultimately going to distance herself and say, whoa? Like, that's what I think is going to happen. Because I don't know Leah, but she talked about how shitty she was and everything. I don't think her hands, I think she's going to be very surprised at the stuff that Mike actually knows. That's what I think is going to happen there. You think so? You think so? I hope she seems smarter than Snag. She has to distance. I think so too. He has been with Rinder a long time, and she's also a human, so I'm not sure. That's the point. Is our humanity sometimes will screw us up. The majority of you, is it Scientology or is it cults that maybe Leah was a dupe of Mike Rinder? That's a thought. She may have some blind loyalty to him. Or he knows a lot of her secrets. Hey, no name, show us yours. It's all about money, she'll run. Do you think it's all about money with Leah? Do you think there's no sincerity? If you believe. I think Mike Render is more of a snake than she ever. That's the way I think too. No. If you really want to see me sing, man, just check out my channel. I'm simply a noisy YouTuber. Noisy or nosy? All about money for Leah. I'm not sure it's about money for Leah either. I hope she does. You know, I talked about that. You know, like how loyal are you to your friends before you could say I can't be that loyal because my own morals come into play. Yeah, you just missed it, no name. Nosy, okay. I read Leah's book and she seemed... Let me tell you something. I just want to tell you something. So Leah's book, if you guys have Audible, you should let Leah read you her book. It's even better when she does it in her own voice. Yeah, she could still be ride or die while also telling somebody, man, you fucked up. That's what I think. I mean, I'm hopeful. I don't know. Right? Is that what you did, Nicole? That's what I'm starting to see. You guys think that she is probably loyal to her own detriment. I don't know. Depends on who's going to be talking into her ear and if she could really see it. Yeah, but I've read the book when it first came out, and then I was in the you can have the truth, but you can't have both. In this space, you can have friends, or you can have the truth, but you can't have both. Wow. But a lot of people, right? Yeah, I don't know what the greater good is. A bunch of people that just don't have the money to be on the higher echelon. The greater good's just a bunch of people that get hurt. Her book's really good. I think her book is good. But I prefer having it read to me because she puts her own emphasis on her words and stuff. My friend came off his book, etc. It's all quantum psychology. Big words for no name. So guys, how long you want to do this for? I think that I haven't met any Scientologists that I'm aware of in person. Nobody's ever come out and said that. The audiobook was great. I'm listening to a billion years while Simon says a very interesting dichotomy about Claire and Mark. You know, as far as Claire and Mark go, I never felt good about them. I don't know. I just never felt good about them from the start. You know, I have to say that I liked Aaron right away. And let me be clear. I think that Aaron has a lot of good qualities. Aaron reminds me of an Amish person who just got off for Rumspringer and just hasn't figured things out. So if that's the worst thing you could say about somebody, that's not a horrible thing. That's just somebody that hasn't quite figured it out yet. I think that some of his behavior is different and very disappointing. So, guys, is there anything in particular? That's not why you do good deeds for credit or ego feeds. Absolutely. Claire was too high up to not be. Yeah, we should ask Alonzo because he would actually know. Aaron, a newly released Amish person. Yeah, I don't mean any disrespect. I love the sunflower, Sandy. Oh, I gotta give the computer back to my husband. Oh, Bruce Bott, always nice. And please tell your husband we said thanks a lot. Absolutely, Margaret. But you know, I'd like to. So obviously, there's a big difference between people that are doing Sea Org stuff and that are Scientology working 100 hours a week, and then there's like the public Scientologists, I guess, people that partake in the world and donate money. Don't do that. You're not going to get anything. He thinks he's got the answer, this dog. So I think that I lost my train of thought. Milo, don't. Go lay down now. Go. Go lay down. Go lay down. I think that I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Hello from Texas. Anyway, guys, I've been on here for almost an hour. I have enjoyed this. I'd love to answer more questions. I really just don't find it very interesting for you guys because you're just watching me read something. So I love the idea of, I mean, like doing something where everybody can actually talk and converse. So that's something that I should definitely check into. I'd like to continue doing what I'm doing. Do I like gay people? I am gay. So, no. Yes. I don't have a problem with anybody, you know, as long as you could be respectful. Just don't walk through the world like a bull in a china shop because you don't know what people are going through. So, you know. Thank you, Alonzo. I so appreciate it. Hit me up. I'd love to share some scripts with you. And I have a couple books on the Kindle, which are absolutely free. I'll link them up. And yeah, Serge is amazing, what he's been through and everything. Guys, it was a pleasure meeting all of you. Thank you so much for all the support and everything. Keep commenting in the chat. Anybody that needs to tell me something or feel like they want to tell me something on the side, please hit me up on my email. I'm not great at checking it every day, but bear with me. It's Toddie1skip@gmail.com. Guys, thanks for everything. I really appreciate it, and I hope that we could do this again. I really enjoyed it. My dogs kind of just want me now. And thank you, everybody. Take care.